Nobody is coming to save you. This is not a warning. It is a description of how reality operates. There is no future moment where help appears. There is no system tracking your effort. There is no reward for waiting. Life does not pause for readiness. It does not adjust for comfort. It does not care about intention. Progress is not delayed because you are confused. It is delayed because nothing changed. Time passes regardless of preparation. Days move forward without permission. Nothing improves because you hope. Nothing shifts because you understand. Change only happens after behavior changes, and behavior only changes when responsibility is accepted. Most people avoid this rule, not because it is false, but because it removes excuses. If nothing intervenes today, tomorrow will repeat, not as punishment, as process. No one is scheduled to interrupt this pattern. That is the rule. Most people fail in predictable ways. They wait for motivation to appear. They wait for clarity to arrive. They wait for confidence to feel stable. They believe readiness comes first. They believe action follows later. This sequence is incorrect. Most people delay effort until conditions improve. They pause when results slow. They restart instead of continuing. The pattern repeats quietly. Discomfort is interpreted as a signal to stop. Resistance is treated as danger. They confuse friction with failure. They confuse boredom with misalignment. Most people do not quit dramatically. They fade. They remain functional. They remain distracted. They consume information without applying pressure. They collect ideas without execution. They stay busy enough to feel progress. They stay average enough to avoid risk. This behavior is rewarded with stability, not growth. Over time, waiting becomes a habit. Delay becomes identity. The longer this continues, the harder exit becomes. Not because change is impossible, but because comfort becomes convincing. Most people are not trapped, they are paused, and nothing arrives to unpause them. The real problem is not motivation, it is responsibility. People assume motivation creates action. They assume confidence creates consistency. That assumption fails. It is not motivation that produces movement. It is movement that produces motivation. It is not confidence that sustains effort. It is repetition that builds confidence. Most people outsource responsibility. They give it to time. They give it to circumstances. They give it to future versions of themselves. They say they are waiting for the right moment. What they mean is they are waiting for relief. Relief never arrives. Systems do not respond to intention. They respond to input. Your life operates as a system. It reacts to what you repeat. It ignores what you plan. Understanding this does not change outcomes. Alignment does. Nothing shifts because you agree. Everything shifts when behavior changes. Responsibility is the turning point, not awareness. The system that works is simple. Not easy, simple. It is built on ownership. Ownership means no rescue. Ownership means no external force. Ownership means results belong to you. This system removes negotiation. Standards replace mood. Rules replace debate. You act because it is required, not because it feels good. Consistency is produced by obligation, not inspiration. This system is repetitive. It is quiet. It is slow. It does not generate excitement. It generates accumulation. Small actions repeated without interruption, that is the mechanism. There are no shortcuts here. There are no hacks. Intensity is unreliable. Repetition is stable. Progress compounds when behavior is boring. Results appear when effort is unremarkable. This system does not motivate you. It replaces motivation. It does not encourage you. It removes choice. Once standards are set, action follows. Not immediately, eventually. This system only works if operated daily. Partial use produces partial outcomes. You either commit fully or remain unchanged. This requires acceptance. You must accept that no one is monitoring your struggle. You must accept that effort may go unnoticed. You will work without feedback. You will continue without reassurance. You will act before feeling ready. You will finish without feeling complete. You are responsible for closing the gap. You are responsible for maintaining pressure. No one adjusts expectations for difficulty. No one reduces standards for fatigue. You do not get credit for intent. You do not get credit for awareness. Only completed actions count. This is not supportive. It is demanding. Responsibility has weight. That weight does not disappear. It builds strength when carried consistently. It breaks people who avoid it. You decide which outcome applies. If nothing changes, the outcome is predictable. Time will pass without improvement. Opportunities will narrow. Options will decrease quietly, not suddenly. You will become skilled at explaining delay. You will normalize stagnation. Years will accumulate without progress, not because of failure, because of waiting. Regret will not announce itself. It will appear gradually, in small moments of comparison, in private awareness. This is not punishment, it is consequence. Life continues without intervention. You remain where you are. This is the default result. The final rule is unchanged. Nobody is coming to save you. There is no arrival point. There is no external force. There is only what you repeat. There is only what you tolerate. If progress happens, it is self-directed. If change occurs, it is self-maintained. This is not harsh. It is accurate. Once accepted, it becomes usable. No rescue is coming.